And shout out to Broncos coach Todd Davis, who's diving into the film on the Inside Scoop to break down how the Broncos won the game.
All right, let's do it. I think, you might as well start off with the first play of the game because I think this really set the tempo for the day. And I think this was, Sean Payton just dialing up the right calls for the right defenses. I mean, the first play of the game, they're in cover 3. You got a safety rotation weak. And how do you attack cover 3? You hit these overs and you hit comebacks and you allow your big wide receivers to get open, create space, and that's exactly what they do. So they run the over by Greg Dulcich. Linebacker sees it. You're hoping he doesn't, but he sees it. He takes it, good coverage. And then you got Cortland Sutton one-on-one. He's able to get to the top of his route. Before I go there, look at this clean pocket, man. I mean, Bo has all day to throw this ball. He's not under any pressure. He's not under duress. I think this was great blocking by the offensive lineman. And we talked about it. This was the best game they played, and you see it time and time again, clean pockets for Bo. And I think when he has a clean pocket, he's able to execute really well.
Look at Paucho out there just taking care of his guy. Yeah.
One-on-one. But Cortland's able to create space. He's a big-body receiver. He's great on comebacks, goals, hitches, anything where he can get his body in front of the man or go up top above the defender. I think that's where Cortland is at his best. And this was, a great way to start the playoff. We end up in Bucs territory after the first play. This is exactly how you want to start the game. And,
I mean, you show up. Like, the defense first play is just showing you the most obvious cover 3. Like, there's no secret what they're doing there.
Exactly.
And for Bo to be able to just play one, know exactly what the defense is going to do, that makes his job so much easier. You combine that with good protection, and it's a great play.
Yeah, he doesn't have to think. He doesn't have to guess. He knows what he's seeing, and he can execute. All right, let's go to the next play. This is still on the first drive. And what you see right here is just, you need players to be elite. And right here, this is Josh Reynolds just winning a one-on-one block. Right now, we have a 5-man pressure. So you have the safety blitzing off this side, and you have these linebackers who are man-to-man, and they're going to end up adding to their coverage. But even with these safety coming, these linebackers eventually adding to their coverage, Bo is sitting back there chilling, man. The offensive line did a great job, and, I mean, they're not even getting much push. I mean, this is 1 yard off the line of scrimmage, and they're holding their blocks really well. And Josh Reynolds is able to beat his man one-on-one. And what you also see is there's another person beating their man, Lil Jordan Humbly beating their man one-on-one. You're on the ground, big man. You need to get up. But that's the way the Broncos were playing yesterday, and I think that's why they were so successful, because if Josh Reynolds gets locked down here, it's only a matter of time before this blitz does come free. They don't have enough people to block it. But because Josh Reynolds says, I'm elite and you're not, he's able to make this play, get on top of his cornerback, and then create a big play for the offense. And I think that's just good football.
Yep. And there's so many times where you say, like, oh, why didn't anybody get open? Good teams get multiple people open. It's not just one guy wins his one-on-one. You get options for the quarterback. And They finally did that.
Exactly. You go through your progression. I mean, if everybody's open on your progression, you're going to have a good down. If everybody's locked up, it's going to end up in a sack or a pick or you make a bad choice. So it's important to get multiple guys open on multiple plays. All right, this is a good play for me because, I love defense. I love breaking down defense. This right here is Brandon Jones' pick, and I honestly feel like this down was won before the play even started. So what you have right here is the biggest matchup of the day was Pastor 10 on Mike Evans. So he's inside, lined up, and you see everybody. You see a body on the body. So what do you think they're wearing? Everybody thinks we're in man.
Yep.
And we're absolutely not in man. We actually go to cover 2. So Pat goes to vertical curl. He's in this vertical curl. He's the spy player. You got J-Mac opening to be the middle run player. You got the curl fat player here, and you got the safety over the top. So just off of alignment and assignment, Baker is already confused because you have Nick Bonito showing like he's blitzing, and you think, okay, this is going to be a run-on-one against the guard. I'm going to have to get the ball out quick. Wait, no, he's dropping. Everybody else is in man. Wait, no, they're not. They're all playing cover 2. And so before you know it, Brandon Jones is over the top. The corner does a great job of sinking underneath. And that's why he's able to come over the top and make this play. You see the middle runner in the field, protecting the middle in between the hashes. But I think this play was won by Vance Joseph calling the perfect play and the perfect disguise for what they're throwing at the Broncos right here. And that ended up being a great play for the defense. You got to follow your blockers, man. You got to get to the end zone when you get this opportunity. But I thought he did a great job, making this play, because A lot of guys get there and they drop it, or it tips off their hands, and what I'm saying, you're slapping your helmet because you should have made that. Biggest thing is he made the play.
Well, Todd, this morning we talked to Brandon Jones, and he was frustrated himself because he said so many teammates said, man, if you just would have followed your blocks and literally ran straight, you would have ran right into the end zone. And he said, when I get the ball in my hands, I just turn into a kid playing backyard football, and I go left and right, and I tired myself out. So you were spot on with this yesterday. You were like, just go straight. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it's tough. I mean, once you get the ball in, I've done it, a couple of times. But you just start
You've
looking
taken
for
it to the
green
house,
guys.
though.
I think you get like tunnel vision because of how much you don't get the ball as a defender. You get you get tunnel vision on the end zone, and you forget to kind of line up your blocker sometimes. But he had a good return. I mean, he returned to 30 yards, so it was a good return.
Wait, so really quick, Todd, when did Baker, do you think, realize oh no, this isn't what I thought? Is it right after the ball snapped? Is it once he's throwing the ball? Is it once Brandon Jones picks it off?
I think it's when he gets to probably this stage right here. That's when he's
Exactly.
oh,
totally
shoot.
Oh,
Because
no.
the
that
thing is,
wasn't man.
on the throw, he leads him upfield.
Yeah.
He sees the corner's back is turned, and so he's like, yep, just lob this one upfield.
And you got a half field safety.
Exactly.
Just waiting for you to throw
Exactly.
it.
And again, you compare that to the first play you showed with Bo. You line up in cover 3. Bo's played a cover 3 defense 1,000 times in his career. This is just so different. Baker's job is just much harder when this happens.
Exactly. So that was one example of the defensive coordinator putting together the perfect play call for what the offense is running, and then the guys executing it. This right here is another example. Sometimes the offense gets you. Sometimes they get you in exactly what they want you to be in, but great players find ways to make great plays. This play starts off with Riley Moss going in motion, man-to-man. And what they want to do is they want to create traffic here. They know everybody's in man-to-man. So you got 4 bodies that they're trying to make Riley Moss have to get through to cover his man. So they want you in man-to-man. They want to create this bunch, and they want there to be traffic. But Riley Moss does a good job, and these 2 DBs do a good job of being on levels. They're not stacked on top of each other, so Riley Moss can't find a lane to get through. Everybody's on different levels, so Riley Moss can skate right through, and he's able to get to the body of the man and make a great play and a great PBU on 3rd and 7. And that's why some players just make great plays. They can get us in the right defense that they want us in. Right here, we should probably be in a zone, cover 3, be able to pass off all these routes. But nevertheless, we're in man. They run a man beater, and we get to where we need to, and we make a great play right here on 3rd and 7. Get off the field.
Yep.
Wait, go back one. Where's the receiver?
He's covered.
By
That's
Moss?
called clamped.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
He's somewhere over
I
here
kid you
getting
not.
locked
He is
down.
so covered. You
He is
can't
very
even see
covered.
him. All you see is Riley.
Yeah, he's locked down, baby.
Yep. Riley's not getting enough hype right now.
Agreed.
He's playing well, man.
Exactly. It's too early to say he's going to be a Pro Bowl corner or anything like that. But through 3 weeks, he certainly looks like a starter. And the fact that these are his first 3 games are pretty crazy.
And against really good wide receivers, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a relief, too, because it felt like for a minute the Broncos are just never going to find a second corner that can play opposite Pat Surtain his entire career, and it's just going to kind of be rotating the Levi Wallaces of the world. The Broncos have brought in a lot of those guys over the past few years. If they really get another guy that can be here for a second contract that you're paying, and you have Riley and Pat, what a huge help for Vance, but also a huge help for the personnel department to just not have to worry about finding a number 2. This would be huge, and I agree with you, Henry. He's playing like he is going to be that guy for a long time.
Yeah, if he keeps playing like this, he'll make the Pro Bowl without a doubt.
Yep.
And that'll be crazy for the Broncos to have 2 Pro Bowl corners.
It's been 6 years.
It's been a while.
I think you
Seven
go back to
years?
Jason Seymour, honestly.
I think you're thinking about something else. Also got the name wrong, but that's no big deal.
Oh, wait, who? It's
Seahorn.
Seymour. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, right here, this is the Broncos getting after Baker, which they did a lot. Right here, you have Brandon Jones coming on a safety blitz. You got Nick Bonito. He's on the blitz. He's not just, you know what I'm saying, coming on a safety blitz. And you got the Broncos are just hunting. They did a great job of getting after the quarterback. You see Brandon Jones beating his man one-on-one. JFM ends up getting the sack. But I want you to see how many bodies are on the quarterback when the sack is made. I mean, there was 5 rushers and only one guy standing up. That means 4 bodies on top of Baker Mayfield right here. That's just a good job of hunting. When you get your one-on-one matchups, you see guys winning, and up front, JFM winning. It's a great job by the defense of beating guys one-on-one, because in the league, it's all about matchups, and that's what the defense did right here.
I love that.
Yep.
And why, if we're talking about sacks, why not bring up another one? Here's a different blitz. Right now, you have the nickel blitz. You bring in J Mack, and you bring in Cody Barton, and this is 6-man pressure. 5-man pressure, but nevertheless, they're able to get home once again. This is Tillman being strong on the outside. You got guys winning inside. J Mack ends up coming free because the coverage is so good downfield. Baker has outlets right here, but it's so much pressure on him, he's not able to see him. So Tillman and J Mack did a great job of getting him to the ground, and the Broncos are doing a great job of winning one-on-one blocks and getting home, and that's most important. They had 7 sacks yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal game by the defense of affecting the quarterback. All those hits add up, man. Like, even if you start the game off, you're feeling fresh. By the time you get hit 3 or 4 times, you don't want to hold the ball. You don't want to throw it deep. All that affects the quarterback. So that really, really helped the Broncos yesterday.
Do you know when the last time the Broncos had more than 7 sacks in a game was?
Nope.
Super Bowl 50 defense at some point?
Nope, they never did.
Wow.
It was 1996.
7-sack game?
8-sack game.
Oh.
There was a 7-sack game in 2015. I think there was one in 2021 also.
Dang, that is dominant. That's historic right there. Great stat, Henry.
Well, and Sean gave credit to the coverage too, and said like it was the fact that everybody was covered for so long downfield that they were able to get all those. I mean, maybe not all of them, but a bunch of them.
One other thing that Sean said after the game was he gave a lot of credit to the Broncos for just when it seemed like momentum was shifting to the Bucs. The couple of times that happened, the Broncos punched right back. That was one of those times, so I'm really happy you highlighted that play, Todd. That was about 8 minutes left in the third quarter. The Bucs are in Broncos territory, driving. This is when we had the conversation when we were all watching the game last night. Like, man, if they get a touchdown, are the Bucs going to be favored for like live betting at that point? And we all agreed, like, probably 20-14. The Bucs will have momentum, and the Broncos, that sack was huge because it put them at 2nd and long, or maybe even 3rd and long. But then it also put them back on their side of the field. They punt the ball, and then the Broncos offense has that 8-minute drive just to squeeze the life out of the Bucs. So it was really complimentary offense and defense there too.
Yeah, offense and defense were playing together. They were playing, like you said yesterday, it was a true team win, and you see it when you watch the film.
You're not mentioning special teams?
Yeah, Marvin Mims, I thought he played great.
You were saying offense and defense.
I said great team win. The team is everybody.
You said
know what I'm
offense,
saying?
you said
no,
defense.
Marvin had a great return, you know what I'm saying, to get the offense started. I see Marvin, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, now we got, this is once again just good defensive play. They get 3 or 4 yards on this, but I just want you guys to watch how many hats are to the ball. So we got split slash, just a normal concept run by every offense in the league. There's actually a little gap right here. There's a hole to be made. Alex is getting over the top. Riley's there, but watch when this play happens, and they're tackling the running back right here. Look how many bodies are on the runner. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 out of 11 guys tackling the one runner. That's when everybody's hunting. Everybody's playing with a lot of energy, and they're playing aggressive. And I think anytime the Broncos can play like this, they're going to be successful. Because let's just say one guy misses a tackle. Okay, there's 4 more to make up for him.
Yep.
And that's what we didn't have in the times where the Seahawks were breaking those long runs. It was one missed tackle, he was gone. When you gang tackle, it's not much you can do to get away from these Broncos.
And there was one play later in the game. I think it was a run for Bucky Irving where he gets Alex one-on-one, and Alex can't bring him down. And as Alex goes down, his legs like trip up Zach Allen. But there's still so many people there. There was only like a gain of 2 yards after you took the 2 nearest defenders out of the play.
Yeah, they were hunting, man. They had a good, it was humid, it was hot, and it didn't even phase the Broncos.
Yep.
Right here, this is probably one of my favorite plays of the game. This is short yardage one-on-one. When you're in the NFL and you're getting 4th and 1 or you're on the goal line, this is one of the plays that you're always ready for as a defense or trying to be prepared for. You got the dive with the pitch. And actually, this guy right here does a great job of recognizing the play. He sees Jaleel get out and the pitch, so he's in good position to stop this play on 4th and goal. This is the pivotal play for the Broncos offense. This is right after the pick. So if we get points here, it really changes the game. And Jaleel just says, excuse me, big man, you're not fast enough to hang with me. And he puts this man on skates and makes him touch the floor. No grown man should be in a 4-point stance on a football field unless you're rushing the passer. And so he just makes this guy look silly, ends up getting around the edge and gets a touchdown. This was a great play. Just Jaleel being able to win his one-on-one matchup. And, you know, this was what I saw the entire game for the Broncos, that the Broncos were just saying, we're better than you one-on-one. We're going to win these one-on-one matchups, and you guys aren't going to be able to beat us. And that's exactly what happened on this play.
I can't believe he got the edge there.
Oh, I know.
Like, that should not, even after you shake the guy,
Yeah.
that does not look like a touchdown.
No.
It is, baby.
No,
It
it is. And this is complimentary football, too, because honestly, with how the Bucs played this, that was a bad play call. Like, that should have been not just a stop, but it should have been a loss of 6. And the team kind of bails out the coach there. So, I mean, that's complimentary football. I think Sean called a fantastic game. This is maybe the only play call that I did not like, and Jaleel bailed him out there. And what an incredible screenshot to get the guy bent over like that.
On all fours, yeah. I mean, this is it happening on offense. We saw Riley Moss do it on defense.
Yeah.
You know, because easily he could have got the first down. You know, the Bucs wide receiver could have got the first down, and we wouldn't have blamed Riley because he had to fight through some traffic to get there. Easily, Jaleel could have got tackled right here, and they'd be like, dang, that probably wasn't the best play call. But great players, you know, make up for bad play calls, and they're able to get into the end zone.
I love it, and I love the breakdown. That's the Inside Scoop brought to you by the one and only Todd Davis.